We have C-47s. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody's probably got one out there. We just haven't got it yet. Yeah, it's fun. That's my hobby. Why, JR? Because this is a permanent record.
Oh, yes. So I'll be.
Hi, Lori. Good to see you.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
We do an experimental section, and we've integrated the two different flight crews into one office, so we now have 17 people that work together.
I think 2012. Oh.
His father-in-law had one of the surgery or something like that, and he talked to Eddie, but I haven't had time to pick up on this. I'm going to go back to the microphone here.
Well, I have a son that lives in Texas. I found out today Kennedy's moving out.
If I could get your attention again, please, for a few minutes.
What? I'm going to get out of your way. I'm sorry.
If everyone could grab their drinks and food and give me a few minutes of your time here so I can eat.
You're not going to be able to drink because there's nothing left.
We'll fix that, Bader.
Fully contained meal in a can.
There you go. What I'd like to do, now that you've all gotten to see the SR, and I guess I sort of feel like a kid showing his new bicycle to his friends, only this bicycle is 34 years old, and it's probably done being ridden, except if NASA can continue the program, and we have our NASA SR friends here, and we'll introduce them later. But let me just give you a few minutes of background of why we're doing this way tonight, and then introduce a couple of the special people here this evening. I wasn't going to do anything for an Air Force retirement, partially because of my feelings over the last couple of years of the politics of the SR program, and partially because I've never really liked Air Force or military retirements. And they always struck me as more like a wake or a funeral than a lot of fun. And so actually my mom and dad got me into the idea of doing this a couple of months ago. And I said, if I'm going to do it, we'll do it more like an Irish wake, so we can have fun while we're here and not talk about what a great old guy he was in that job.
I remember when.
Exactly. But to be able to have the corpse alive and breathing and share the experience with his friends. So that's why we're doing it this way. In addition, about a month, maybe 5 weeks ago, Gil Luloff and Jim Greenwood and myself had our last T-38 flights here at Edwards with our leadership from Beale. We belong to Beale Air Force Base in the 9th Reconnaissance Wing. And because of the politics surrounding the program, when we suggested that we have a formal Air Force sanctioned, if you will, SR-71 retirement function of some sort, because in 1990, when the SR program was canceled, there was a Mach 3 flight, we had dignitaries, we had a formal banquet, and it was done in a very, very classy style. And there's many people here in flight suits or otherwise that were there back in January 90. Well, the local current politics being what they are, where the SR was terminated in the Lanham veto by the President October of last year, and then reinstated by the overturned the veto by the Supreme Court, et cetera, the Air Force has decided that we had our SR-71 Det.2 termination function last December something for our Christmas party. And I didn't like that idea, and so I said that if we can't have a function for the SR program here, and then, oh, by the way, I'll retire that afternoon and have all those people from the morning's function plus my other non-SR friends and family involved, then we'll do it my way and have a party. So formally, this is... Thinwall's going to go buy us a couple more cases here later. So informally, if you saw the invitations, then it's my retirement party, but it's equally, I guess in small print, the retirement of the SR-71 program. What I'd like to do this next couple of minutes is introduce my family and friends that are here tonight from outside the SR community, and then we'll let you get back to partying, and in maybe an hour or so we'll get back and we'll talk SR-71s and X-15s, Bill, and other interesting airplanes and people. So let me shift gears slightly and try to play moderator, but excuse me if I don't cover everybody here. First of all, I'd like to introduce my mom and dad, John and Clara Bozak. They celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary at West Point, New York in September. And what we did, well, that was actually that was probably the genesis, the idea for me to do something like this. And so we had a great time. I appreciate it tremendously, and they've been the biggest SR-71 fans we have here. We've also got my dad's brother Ed, Uncle Ed, and his daughter, therefore my cousin Nadine, and her husband Bob. If you want to talk venture capital and entrepreneurship, talk to Bob. The sort of starting chronologically here, I think it would be the easiest, and that would also have me miss the fewest number of people. Some of you know that I went to the Air Force Academy, and I've got two of my best friends in the world here. They're my classmates. Back behind my folks, Rick Dunn and his wife Luann. And next to him, Ed McElhenney. Rick goes by Ace, and Rick and I were roommates at the Academy for about half of our time. We were both aero majors, and in fact, our room used to be called the Skunk Works back at school. And we had our own little wind tunnel with airplanes flying and windows open and the Colorado 40-mile-an-hour wind blowing through, checking out the stability of F-104 models. Mac is in a place he's today. He's the Vice Wing Commander of the B-1 Guard at Wichita, Kansas. He's also an American airline pilot. Ace is a Delta pilot. And more importantly, for recent tradition, I've gotten both of these guys back into motorcycling the last couple of years. And so Ace joined me with his wife Luann in Italy in June for the World Ducati weekend. And Mac and I got to spend a day racing motorcycles out at Willow Springs Raceway here with Keith Code School in the last 5 or 6 weeks. That's great. More recently than that, in the late 1970s, Mac and I chased Russian bombers for a year out of Keflavik Naval Air Station, Iceland. And that was pretty sporty in a different environment called the Cold War. And if you pry either of us, I think with enough beer, we'll tell you about the photon war against Russian Bear bombers over the North Atlantic at midnight. And it was fun, and we won. The next era of my professional Air Force, and actually I'm retiring almost 25 years in the Air Force. The next era, we normally think of our career as where we were stationed, what we did, and I like to think of it as who my friends were in that time, who I learned from, who I flew with, who the wingman was, and I think of it more in the professional and personal development than personal accomplishment. And in that time, we have, against the window here, Rick Bates and his wife Jeanette with the hat, or Bates got the hat. And Dean, and need more beer, alias Thinwall Wagner. Actually, Rick today is an instructor for American Airlines, and he has instructed some of the folks here tonight, the few American pilots, or he soon will, I suspect. And Dean runs the F-16 Viper simulator up at Hill Air Force Base. After Han, I came back to the States in '81 and was stationed just across the Mojave Desert here at George Air Force Base training Germans. And did that for about 3 years. And is Larry Channel here yet? Larry and Deb Channel are due to arrive. And Larry his claim to fame is